Hello, my lovely listeners. Welcome to my today's podcast. I hope you all are doing good. So, today, Saturday, I hope you all enjoyed your day. It's weekend, people, and I really hope you had a wonderful day. Today, I'll be talking about few things that happened with me today. Today morning, I got call from my brother saying that, okay, you have uploaded some podcast yesterday and I listened to it. And he gave me some feedback. I really appreciate his feedback. And he was on a phone with me. And while having conversation, we talked about different things. And one of the things that I told him was experiment with different things. And I do believe that people can find themselves when they experiment with different things. You cannot know what you like and what you dislike until and unless you don't try them. And I just suggested him same thing. And I also told him one thing. I told him that in life we might be getting a lot of people who want to suggest us, people who want to give different opinion to us. But always remember one thing: throughout the life, either you take the suggestion from other people or not. Either you do something by taking suggestion or without taking suggestion. There's going to be some sort of consequences, no matter what. Either you like it or you dislike it. And when it is time to face the consequence, at that moment you'll only be there to face it. No matter what. People might be there to feel pity on you. People might feel sorry, so that you have to feel that consequence. But no one is going to take part on those consequences. Whatever the consequence is going to happen, you got to go through that. So be very careful on whatever the suggestion that you take and whatever you do. And as everyone knows, people are going to be with you only at high time in many cases, but not in all cases. I don't want to make you feel like people are only there at a good time. No. In my life, I have met so many people who were there for me at my tough time, and like people whom I met in my difficult time. And they have really, 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 really been kind and nice to me. And I'm always grateful to meet those people in my life. Seriously. I really appreciate their presence in my life. And I'm that kind of person who believes in building relationship. I love to have relationship with people. I love to have people in my life. And I do know that sometimes it's hard to maintain relationship. And this is one of the challenges that I'm having currently. So today when I was talking with my brother, I even told him, do you know one thing? Nowadays I'm learning to maintain relationship with people. I really don't know. There are some relationship. I think I also talked about my relationship yesterday. There are some relationships that I'm getting lost. But yeah, I really need to learn how to maintain those relationships. So that's one part of life. So anyway, I really, really need to learn, and I want to learn, and I'm practicing the best I can in order to improve and get better in maintaining the relationship that I have. So this is the one side that I really wanted to share with you guys. And today I was also talking with my mom, and she was asking me to come back home at least for a month. But I told her one thing: it's just until a day you don't step your foot out of your home. And once you've stepped out of your home, it's very hard to figure out when you're gonna get back. I'm in that situation now. It's been already more than 3 years that I'm in Australia. Seriously, I really don't know when I'm going to get back and see my family, this and that. But yeah, probably I'll be getting back home soon. Let's see how it goes and when the time will arrive. Today, in the evening, I was hearing music and walking on the road. And while walking there, I got some sort of thoughts. And the thought was the jolliness in me, like the parties, the good vibe that I wanted to create in a team, and being a joyful person. It was something different. And I realized one thing: I'm that kind of a guy who loves to entertain other as well as enjoy myself. And I think this is the reason why I love to be in Toastmasters. The people are really wonderful, and I can do whatever I want there, enjoying, joking with people, partying, whatever it is. But it is fun anyway. So I think I need to increase the activity which really makes me feel good. Anyway, I don't know. I'm feeling like I'm speaking in different way today. Maybe because I'm not ready again, or I'm not able to find the right word to speak. But anyway, people, as I said on my first day, no matter what, I'll be making podcast every day, and I'll be speaking for 15 minutes. So yeah, this is going to happen. No excuse on that. Not at all. And do you know one thing, people? I have bought one book, and the name of book is Be Resilient and Thrive: 170 Ways to Bounce Back Stronger. And the writer of this book is Patrick Lindsay. So I have some poetry that he wrote here, and I just want to share so that it might give some perspective to you as well. Okay, so the topic of poem is rehearse, and the poem goes this way: can you imagine an elite athlete who doesn't practice? They train daily, even when there is the highest level. Too often, we ignore that lesson. We turn up and hope for the best, and we are surprised when we underperform. Rehearse for success. Wow. I think most of us only see the success that takes place in front of our eyes, but we never think about the hard work practice that a person who got success kept behind closed doors. So yeah, people, we need to practice a lot behind the walls so that we can get a good clap in the public. And I don't remember, there was some sort of quote that Tony Robbins told, and in that quote he tells something like this: the more you practice in silence, the the louder the clap gonna be in public, something like that. But yeah, we got to practice, and practice in silence a lot so that we can get a lot of clap in the public. So here's the next point. Question your boundaries. We all set boundaries in our lives, some consciously, some instinctively. They are usually there to protect. Most arise from fear or habit. Treat them with deep skepticism. Once breached, they can lead to greatness. Don't you think? We have like so many boundaries that we have created by ourselves, first blocking us from going into different places that we want to go. But as this poem says, I do believe that once we break those boundaries that we have created by ourselves, then we can grow big, we can grow enormously. And I do know that sometimes breaking these boundaries is really tough thing. It's hard, it's difficult. But always remember one thing, people: if we don't try, then it is never going to break. It is never going to break. So it's better to fail by trying than not trying. And at the end of life, when you think about it, you might regret thinking that I wish I had tried it. But when you're at the end of your life, lying on a bed, and at that time, if you had tried, then like you won't regret. There would be reason to convince yourself by saying that, okay, at least I tried and I could not. So through this reasoning, I don't think you're gonna regret. So yeah, people, at least give a try. So let me go through next point. Release the grief. And the poem goes through this way. Grief can be paralyzing in its intensity. If clung to, it can fester and destroy from within. Accept it. Endure the temporary emotional turmoil. Then let grief gradually unravel its tentacles and cut it loose. Sometimes we have so many like painful emotions, negative emotions that's hidden inside. And what we really think is, if we avoid it, or if we deny that the emotion is not within us, or like don't accept it, then it will be increasing more and more. So what I really believe is, we got to accept whatever negative emotion that we have. It could be grief, it could be pain, or it could be uncomfortable things or uncomfortable emotions, anything. I think we should accept it. After that, we should acknowledge it. And as we acknowledge and accept it, it will give us a way to move ahead. So I think we should try to accept whatever emotions that we have. It's okay, you might not like it, the emotions that you have. But when you accept it, when you know and when you think that you have a problem, or you accept you have a problem, then you'll go for a solution. But when you are in a denial phase, you're never going to for a solution. So if you want to release those emotions, especially the negative ones, first of all, accept it. After that, you'll go to a solution, and with that solution, you can let them get out of you. So, people, I don't know how I spoke today, but I do believe that like it didn't went as nice as it was going till yesterday. But still, I kept my words. speaking for 15 minutes, bringing different things to speak, and made it happen. From tomorrow, probably I'll be making a good sequence of contents and speaking with you all. It's always good to share my thoughts with you all, and please forgive me for my broken English. This podcast that I'm making is only to improve my English. I want to be a good speaker. This is the reason why I'm doing this. So I hope you understand. Thanks for listening to me. Lots of love. Take care, people. Lots of love.